Important alert. Don't tell anyone this is only for you. 9 people are. My dear child, if you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Angel says this is secret. Archangel Michael says I order you to open this right now. Don't ignore this, I contact you. Important alert. Don't tell anyone. This is only for you. I am not speaking to the world. I am speaking to your heart, your soul, and your destiny, and what I am about to tell you is so sensitive that the slightest whisper to the wrong person could cause everything to come. You are standing on the edge of a moment that will not come twice in your lifetime. I am here not by chance but by divine arrangement because heaven has been watching you closely and the time has come to expose something so severe that you will feel the weight of it in your spirit before you even finish reading these words. There is a gathering, a hidden meeting, an assembly that is not in your favor. 9 people, each of them chosen by the enemy, have agreed to sit together for one purpose: to discuss your removal. Not removal from something small, but from the position, influence, inheritance, blessing, and divine alignment that heaven has been preparing you for since the day you took your first breath. They have been calculating, whispering, passing messages, and each one believes they are acting in secrecy. But they do not know that their actions have already been seen in the courts of heaven and the plans they have made in darkness have been brought into the light. I need you to feel the urgency of this moment. These 9 individuals are not random. Some of them have been in your life for years, perhaps even decades. 1 or 2 of them may have been in your home, sat at your table, smiled in your face, and pretended to care for you. But behind the curtain, they have been holding conversations that would break your heart if you heard every word. And yet, you must know them, not so that you will fear them, but so you will be wise and unmoved when their schemes reach their final stage. They believe that within days they can cut you out of something that belongs to you. They believe that if they agree together, no one can stop them. But they do not understand that the one who stands for you is greater than the 9 who stand against you. This is why I, Archangel Michael, have come to you in this hour, because what is about to happen will require your awareness, your readiness, and your willingness to act in obedience to the instructions that you have to do. The instructions I will give you now. First, you must understand how deep this goes. The meeting they are planning will not be in a public space. They are too careful for that. It will take place in a private location, somewhere they believe is beyond the reach of watchful eyes. But heaven's gaze is not limited by walls, distance, or secrecy. I have already been there in spirit. I have already heard the opening words they will speak, the order of their discussion, the subtle way they will frame the decision so that it seems justified. They will use language like for the greater good or necessary change or protecting our interests, but make no mistake, every phrase is poisoned with betrayal. The one who will lead the discussion is someone you would least expect. They are not the loudest or the most aggressive, but the quietest, the one who has been listening in silence for months, gathering information about you, piecing together what they think they can use as leverage. This person has the trust of the others, and they will present the case against you with a voice so calm that even those with doubts will be persuaded. I tell you now, you cannot go into this blind. Heaven's strategy for you is not to confront them directly in their meeting, but to prepare yourself so thoroughly that when the results of their meeting reach you, you already have your counter move in place. This is why you were chosen to receive this message ahead of time. If you wait until the news is public, you will lose the advantage. But if you act now, quietly, deliberately, guided by the instructions I give you, you will turn their plan into the very thing that catapults you higher. These 9 individuals are bound together not by loyalty to one another, but by shared interest in removing you. That is their weakness. Because when one of them senses that the plan is failing, they will turn on each other. That moment of collapse will be your opening, and it will happen faster than you think if you remain calm and follow heaven's timing. In the spiritual realm, I have already seen the chain of events. First, they will speak against you in private. Then, they will attempt to put their agreement into action in the form of a decision, a letter, or a formal announcement. This is the moment that would destroy most people. But you are not most people. You are chosen, guarded, and watched over by heaven's highest ranks. You are under divine surveillance, and every move against you has already been recorded. You must also know that one of these 9 has a crack in their loyalty. They are not entirely convinced that removing you is the right thing, but they have been pressured into agreeing. This person is your unseen ally, though they will not openly defend you in the meeting. Instead, they will hesitate, they will delay, and their delay will buy you time. Heaven will use their hesitation as the wedge that prevents the enemy from striking in full force all at once. It will be enough time for you to secure your position, your proof, your allies, and your voice. Understand this. There is no accident in the timing of this revelation. You were not meant to hear this weeks after it's happened. You were meant to hear it before it happened so that you can walk into the coming days with your eyes open and your spirit armed. I am telling you this not to cause fear but to ignite courage. Because you must remember, fear is the currency of the enemy, but faith is the language of heaven. And when you respond in faith, the enemy's plans unravel. I must now speak plainly. There are physical, emotional, and spiritual layers to this attack. Physically, they aim to remove you from a place or position. Emotionally, they hope to humiliate you and make you question your worth. Spiritually, they want to disconnect you from the purpose that has been written over your life since before you were born. But you must see beyond the surface. If they succeed, it is not just you who loses. It is every person tied to your destiny, every life that was meant to be touched by your influence. That is why heaven is intervening. This is bigger than you. This is about the ripple effect your presence creates in the world. I must warn you, there is also an outside force influencing some of these 9. A person not in the meeting has been feeding them ideas, information, and even lies about you. This outside figure is the true instigator, the shadow behind the curtain. If the 9 are the players on the stage, this person is the director in the darkened audience, guiding their moves. They are dangerous because they have convinced the 9 that they are acting independently when in reality they are following a script. This is the deeper deception, and it will only be exposed if you allow heaven's plan to unfold exactly as intended. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. Here is what you must do. Do not react emotionally when you first sense the results of their meeting. That is what they are hoping for, that you will panic, speak too soon, or make a move that can be twisted against you. Instead, hold your peace. Gather your strength. Seek counsel from the one or two voices in your life that you absolutely trust, no more. Begin securing the things that cannot be taken from you, your records, your agreements, your connections. There are specific pieces of proof and information that, if kept in your possession, will dismantle their entire argument against you. Even now as I speak, heaven's record of this meeting is being written. And I assure you, no matter how well they hide, the truth will surface in due time. The 9 will think they have succeeded. They will feel a moment of triumph. But heaven will allow their false victory only long enough for them to expose themselves fully. Then the reversal will come swiftly. The one who led the charge will be the first to face the consequences. The others will scatter, each trying to save themselves. And you will stand, not as someone who barely survived, but as someone whose position is stronger than before. This is the divine turnaround, and it is already in motion. You may be asking, why me? Why now? The answer is simple. Because what you carry, what you are stepping into, is too important to be lost in the schemes of small-minded people. Heaven has invested too much in you for your destiny to be decided in a closed room by 9 voices that have no understanding of the bigger picture. This is why the message is urgent. This is why I had to reach you before the meeting takes place. This is why you cannot ignore this. To ignore it would be to walk into a trap with your eyes closed. But to receive it, to prepare, to trust the process, is to walk into the same moment with the authority to turn it in your favor. Even as I tell you this, I can feel the resistance of those who do not want you to know. They can sense that their secrecy is breaking. They can sense that someone has spoken. But they will not be able to trace it back to me, for my work is unseen in the natural but undeniable in the spiritual. I will continue to stand by you, guarding the path you walk in the coming days, but you must remain attentive. The signs will be small at first, a strange look from someone you know, a sudden delay in something that should have moved quickly, an odd silence from a person who normally reaches out. These are not random. They are the tremors before the earthquake. When you notice them, you will know the meeting is near. And when that happens, you will remember every word I have spoken. Do not be afraid of the 9. They are not the final authority over your life. Their power is temporary, their agreement fragile. But your purpose is eternal, and your covering is unshakable. Stand still. Watch. And when the moment comes, move with the precision of one who has been warned in advance. You will not be removed. You will be established. You will not be silenced. You will be amplified. And when the dust settles, the 9 will know that you were never alone in this battle. God says, Archangel Michael has been pacing before the throne since the moment this was revealed. His voice is trembling, his wings folded tight against his back, his eyes filled with the kind of fire that burns not from anger alone, but from the pain of watching you walk toward a danger you do. You will not be a danger you do not yet see. He says, my child, I am not whispering this time. I am commanding you. This is about the money, the inheritance, the blessing heaven assigned to you long ago, The ones who have smiled at you, eaten at your table and pretended to be your protectors, are right now taking all of it for themselves. Not part of it. Not half. All. And they are doing it quietly, behind closed doors, so you will find out only when it is too late. Michael says, "This is not a joke. I am holding back forces you cannot imagine. I have blocked papers from being signed, slowed down signatures, confused their lawyers, tangled their plans in unexpected ways, all to buy you the smallest window of time. But you are close to losing it. My orders from the highest are clear, you must open your eyes now. The scrolls of heaven show their names. I see them clearly. I see the date and hour they began their scheme. I see the meeting they had in the dimly lit room where your name was mentioned as though you were not even a living soul but just a problem to be removed. One of them has your blood in their veins. The other has the blood of marriage connection, yet they act like strangers to your destiny. They have talked about you in ways you would not believe. They think your faith makes you weak. They think your trust makes you blind. They do not know that heaven hears every word. Archangel Michael says, I have been sent with a sort of exposure. I will not allow their plot to remain hidden much longer, but you must be prepared because when the truth comes out, it will shake not only your heart but the entire family tree. Some will pretend to be shocked, but in secret, they already knew. The silence of some is as dangerous as the actions of the guilty. Heaven is not blind to this. Right now, one of them is on a call discussing how to transfer the final portion of what belongs to you into their own account. They are using false documents, one signature forged, one permission slip faked. They think you will never see these papers. They think they have buried the evidence. But Michael says, I have placed my mark on those documents. They cannot be destroyed until you see them. This is not about greed alone. This is spiritual theft. This is about an inheritance not only of money but of purpose. God placed a portion of wealth in your life not only for your survival but for your mission. This money was meant to fund the work you were born to do, to lift others, to heal, to build, to plant seeds that would grow beyond your lifetime. But these two are trying to cut off that flow before it even reaches your hands. They want to rewrite your story. They want to erase your name from the records. They want to see you struggling so they can say you were never destined for more. Michael says, I am standing between you and their final step. But I cannot hold this back forever. I am sending dreams to your spirit. I am sending signs in your daily path. I am stirring unexpected conversations that will drop hints you cannot ignore. This is your last warning before the window closes. You must understand, heaven's clock is ticking. In the spiritual realm, the transaction has already been attempted 3 times. Twice, my intervention stopped it. The 3rd attempt is scheduled in just hours. If they succeed, recovering what is stolen will require a battle you are not ready for. But if you act now, if you listen, if you pray, if you open what I am telling you to open, you will intercept them before the final seal is pressed. God says, I have watched your heart stay pure despite the disappointments. I have seen you give even when you had little. I have seen you forgive before the apology came. and because of this, I will not let you be robbed in silence. I am sending Michael to fight for you in ways you cannot see. But I am also giving you courage to speak, to ask, to look where you have not looked before. Do not be afraid of the confrontation. Truth carries its own protection. Michael says, one of them is already feeling the weight of guilt, but the other is hardened, convinced they can get away with anything. That hardened one is the leader of this plot. The other follows because they fear losing their share. But heaven is about to turn their alliance into suspicion. I will cause them to doubt each other. I will cause them to slip. I will cause a conversation to be overheard, a paper to be misplaced, a message to be sent to the wrong person. That will be your opening. My child, this is the moment where trust in God becomes your greatest weapon. This is not the time to retreat in fear. This is the time to step forward in obedience. When you receive the next sign, and it will come within hours, do not delay. The sign will not be loud. It will not be dramatic. It will be small, but it will pierce your spirit with certainty. When it comes, act immediately. Heaven will back every step you take. I see the rooms they sit in. I see the papers spread out. I hear your name spoken like a curse on their lips. But I also see the hand of God descending, scattering their plans like leaves in the wind. You will not only keep what is yours, but you will receive double for the attempt to steal it. That is the justice of heaven. Michael says, I will not rest until you are safe, until your blessing is restored, until your name is cleared. But you must meet me in faith. Do not pretend you did not hear this message. Do not push it aside for later. Later is too late. This is now. My beloved child, you must pause right now and take in what I am telling you. For this is not a casual whisper or a passing thought. It is a divine warning sent straight to you at this very moment. I have seen what you cannot see. I have walked through the corridors of their intentions before they even set the time for their gathering. I have stood in the unseen space where they speak in hushed tones, and I have heard the sound of your name spoken with a mix of envy, fear, and ambition. My light exposes what the darkness tries to hide, and today I bring that light directly to your heart so that you will not be caught unaware. There is a meeting being prepared, a gathering of 9, each one carrying their own reason to plot against you, yet united in a single aim, to remove you from what I have given you. This is not just about a position, a title, or influence. This is about your destiny and the purpose I have called you to fulfill. Archangel Michael himself is standing with me as I deliver this to you. He is not speaking softly today, his voice is urgent, firm, and commanding. He says to you, do not ignore this. This is a direct order. You have been contacted for a reason. This moment is not to be dismissed, delayed, or brushed aside. What you do in the next steps will determine whether their plans succeed or collapse before they even begin. Michael's sword is drawn, his eyes are fixed, and his wings are spread wide to shield you from what they intend. Yet he also knows that shielding alone is not enough. You must be aware, you must be alert, and you must stand with the courage of the one who knows they are not alone in the fight. Do not tell anyone about this message. The wrong ear will twist it, the wrong heart will use it against you. This is for you alone, because heaven knows that the wrong confidant could become the open door that lets in betrayal. These 9 people, though they are different in their outward appearance and words, are bound together by a shared willingness to see you fall. Some are motivated by jealousy because the light anew reminds them of the darkness they have not yet faced in themselves. Some are driven by fear because the truth you carry exposes the false comfort of their lies. And some are simply driven by the greed for power and position, desiring what you have but unwilling to pay the price you paid to get here. I want you to remember something. They are not stronger than the one who called you. No matter how many voices they gather in a single room, no matter how many whispers they trade in private, no matter how many hands they join together against you, one word from me can scatter them in every direction. Michael has already marked this meeting in heaven's scrolls, and the angels are watching every step they take. Even now, there are disruptions being prepared that they cannot foresee. They think they control the schedule, but time itself bows to my will. They think they control the outcome, but the ending is already written by my hand. Still, I do not tell you this so that you will sit passively and watch events unfold without action. I tell you so you will pray with focus, so you will prepare yourself mentally and spiritually, and so you will stand in the authority I have given you. Prayer in this moment is not a gentle recitation of words. It is the sword and shield that keeps you steady while the storm swirls. When you pray now, pray with the conviction that this situation is already bending toward your victory. Speak life over your position, your name, and your destiny. Call on Michael to stand at the door of the meeting they are planning to let only truth pass through and to drive out every deceit before it takes root. I also tell you to be wise in your dealings over the next few days. You will notice unusual behavior from some of these 9. One will avoid your eyes when they speak to you. Another will suddenly act overly kind as if to distract you from their true thoughts. Another will try to draw information from you in a casual conversation. Be alert to the tone, not just the words. These are signs of the storm gathering, and while you are under my covering, you are also being trained to see beyond appearances. Your spiritual sight is sharpening, and this is part of your preparation for greater things ahead. You must not react in fear. Fear is the very thing they hope to stir in you, because fear makes the strong hesitate. Instead, act from peace, a peace that does not come from the absence of opposition, but from the certainty of my presence. Michael reminds you that battles in the spirit are often won before the first word is spoken in the natural. That is why I am telling you now, so you can stand in victory before they even begin their attempt. Remember, my child, there is nothing hidden from me. When they set their meeting, I was already in the room. When they prepared their talking points, I was already dismantling their arguments. When they thought they had control over your fate, I was already sealing your destiny in a way no human can undo. Michael is not only your protector in this moment, he is also your messenger, and his presence beside you is proof that this is no ordinary warning. Guard your words. Guard your actions. And most importantly, guard your heart. These 9 do not hold your future in their hands, I do. I have called you, I have anointed you, and I will not let what I have given be stolen in secret. You may feel the weight of what they are plotting, but do not carry it alone. place it in my hands, and watch as I turn their gathering into a place of confusion for them and clarity for you. Even now, the atmosphere around you is shifting. Heaven is aligning events so that what they meant for harm will only serve to elevate you further. This meeting may still happen, but its outcome will not be what they expect. I will plant truth in the midst of their lies. I will raise a voice among them that will unexpectedly defend you, and they will not even understand why they spoke in your favor. I will cause certain plans to backfire so completely that they will be hesitant to speak your name in a negative way ever again. You must trust me. You must lean not on your own understanding. And you must remember that no plot formed against you can stand when it comes against the will of the Almighty. I am with you. I will walk you through this. I will give you the wisdom to respond and the strength to endure. And when this is over, you will look back and see that what felt like a threat was actually a turning point, one that brought you into even greater alignment with the path I have prepared for you. So take courage, my beloved. Stand firm. Keep silent where silence is wisdom, and speak only when I guide you to. And know that while 9 may gather in the shadows, there are countless angels surrounding you in the light. Michael himself will ensure that no hand touches what I have declared is yours. You are safe. You are covered. You are mine. My beloved child, hear me now, for this moment is not an ordinary one, and these words you are reading are not coming to you by accident. I have been watching over you, hearing your cries in the silent hours of the night, seeing the thoughts that you do not dare to speak to another soul. There is a stirring in the heavens today, a shift in the unseen, and it concerns you directly. I am sending this word not as a suggestion, not as something to read casually and forget, but as a living, breathing message meant to be received with both your spirit and your heart. This is not to be ignored, for time is more fragile than you think, and in the realm beyond what your eyes can see, something is moving swiftly toward you. Archangel Michael, the warrior I have appointed to guard you since before your birth, is at your side now. He has been in battles you cannot even imagine, fighting for you when you were unaware of the danger, intercepting plots that were crafted in darkness and dismantling chains before they could bind you. And today, he stands with urgency in his voice, commanding your attention. This is not the soft nudge of a gentle reminder, this is an order, for your destiny is under discussion, and your name has been placed on a table you were never meant to sit at. 9 people, 9, have conspired to meet and to decide the course of your life without your consent, without your presence, without even giving you a chance to speak. They are not strangers. They are people who have smiled at you before, who have acted as if they wished you well, and yet their intentions are not pure. They are discussing your removal, not because you are unworthy, but because your light shines too brightly for the darkness they prefer to dwell in. They feel threatened not by any harm you have caused them, but by the favor that rests upon you. I need you to understand this truth: favor always attracts opposition. My blessing on your life has drawn the attention of those who wish they had the same grace, the same strength, the same opportunities. But instead of coming to me to receive their own blessing, they choose to plot against yours. These 9 are not operating in the light. They are guided by fear, by jealousy, by insecurity, and by the whispers of the one who has hated your soul from the beginning. Archangel Michael is speaking now, and he says, Do not ignore this. This is not just another warning. This is a direct order from heaven. The meeting they are planning will not go the way they think if you stand in faith now. Michael has been circling this meeting in the spirit realm, and he has already placed obstacles in their path. But your role is not to remain silent. Your role is to partner with heaven by lifting your voice in prayer, by refusing fear, and by standing on the truth that no weapon for you is not to remain silent. You are not to be informed against you shall prosper. Beloved, you are safe in me. Even as you read this, I am setting things into motion that will undo their plans. I am shifting hearts, exposing intentions, and causing hidden things to be brought into the open. The same mouths that speak against you now will be forced to speak of your endurance later. But you must not let your heart grow heavy. You must not let fear find a home in you. The moment you begin to fear, you give space to the lies of the enemy. I am not calling you to panic. I am calling you to trust. I see you wondering why such things keep happening. You question why you seem to be targeted more than others. My child, it is because your calling is higher than theirs. You carry a mantle of influence that reaches further than you realize. Every victory you win is not just for you. It is for those who watch you, those who follow your example, those who are inspired by your faith. If you fall, many will lose hope. That is why these 9 are trying so hard to push you out, to remove you from your place. But what they do not understand is that I am the one who placed you there, and what I establish cannot be uprooted by the schemes of man. Michael has positioned himself as a wall around you. Even now, he stands between you and every false word spoken in that meeting. Every negative agreement they make will hit a shield and fall to the ground powerless. But you must add your agreement to heaven's protection. Speak my promises out loud. Declare that you are covered, that you are chosen, that you will not be removed from where I have placed you. The sound of your faith is like a weapon in the spiritual realm, cutting through the noise of their plans. I will also reveal something to you. One among the 9 is already feeling the weight of guilt. This person has been part of the plotting, but their conscience is unsettled. You have shown them kindness before, and though they have aligned themselves with the others for now, the seed of good you planted in their life is still alive. They will be the first to speak up in your defense, though it will surprise even them when the words leave their mouth. Watch for the sign, it will happen soon, and when it does, know that it is my hand turning hearts in your favor. Child, remember this, what is secret on earth is visible in heaven. There is nothing hidden from me. Before they even set the date for their meeting, I knew. Before they whispered your name, I heard. And before they could take any step forward in their plan, I already placed my warriors in the room ahead of them. You are not defenseless. You are not at risk the way they think you are. You are under divine surveillance and divine protection. But take heed, the enemy will try to distract you right now. He will attempt to make you busy with unnecessary battles so you are too tired to fight the real one. Do not fall for this tactic. Choose where you put your energy. Refuse to waste your words on arguments that don't matter. Keep your focus on me, for I am giving you strategies in the coming days, specific instructions that will keep you several steps ahead of your enemies. I am also bringing allies into your life. You have felt alone in this season, as if you were standing against the world without help. But I am sending people who will not only support you in prayer, but will also speak up for you in places you cannot reach. Some of them you have not even met yet, but I am arranging divine appointments where your paths will cross at exactly the right moment. These are not casual connections,